Hello, my friends. Welcome to Daily English Story. Today I'm going to tell you a story about Jack Ma, the man who was rejected more than 30 times, failed his school exams twice, and was even turned down by KFC. Yet this same man went on to build Alibaba, one of the biggest companies in the world, and became a billionaire. How did someone so rejected, so underestimated, rise to the top? This is the story of Jack Ma, and it just might change the way you think about failure. Part 1. The Boy Who Wasn't Special. Hangzhou, China. The year is 1970. The classroom is hot, crowded, and noisy. At the back of the room sits a skinny boy with sharp eyes but a worried face. His name is Ma Yun, the boy we now know as Jack Ma. The teacher hands back the test papers. Jack looks down. Red marks cover the page. Another failure. His heart sinks. Around him, classmates whisper and laugh. He's not smart, some say. He'll never go far. At home, things are no easier. His parents are poor musicians playing traditional instruments in the local theater. They don't have money or connections. Jack is reminded every day. He is not from an important family, and he is not good at school. But inside, Jack feels something different. He refuses to believe that failing exams means he is a failure. He asks himself, what if the world has another path for me? What if I can find a way to prove them all wrong? Most people saw only a weak student. Jack was starting to see something else, a hunger to learn and a stubborn spirit that would not give up. Part 2. The Bicycle and the Foreigners. It is early morning in Hangzhou, the 1980s. The sun has not yet risen. While most kids are still asleep, Jack Ma climbs onto his old, rusty bicycle. He pedals for 40 minutes through quiet streets until he reaches the Hangzhou Hotel. Why? Because this hotel is one of the only places where foreigners stay. Tourists from America, Europe, and Australia come here. Jack cannot afford to travel, but he has an idea. If I can't go out into the world, maybe I can bring the world to me. So every morning, Jack waits outside the hotel, smiling at strangers. Hello, my name is Jack. Do you want a free tour of Hangzhou? Some tourists are surprised, some laugh, but many say yes. Jack becomes their free tour guide. He shows them the West Lake, tells them about local food, and listens carefully to every word they say. In return, he gets the best gift of all, free English lessons. One American family visits often. They like Jack so much that they give him a nickname, Jack. That name sticks with him forever. But at home, not everyone understands. His parents think he is wasting time. Neighbors whisper, why does this boy follow foreigners all day? He will never get a real job. Jack ignores them. Because as he pedals home in the evening, tired but smiling, he knows something no one else does. The world is much bigger than Hangzhou. This simple routine, riding a bike, talking to strangers, slowly opens Jack's eyes. While his classmates only saw exams, Jack began to see a world of possibilities. Part 3. A life full of rejections. The exam hall is silent. Hundreds of students bend over their papers, pens scratching furiously. Jack Ma sits in the middle, sweating. It is the college entrance exam, the test that decides your future in China. Pass it, and doors open. Fail, and life becomes much harder. Jack fails, not once, not twice, but twice in a row. Each time he feels the same sting. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. Friends move forward with their lives. Jack is stuck, but he refuses to give up. On his third try, he finally passes, barely. He is admitted into Hangzhou Teachers College, one of the least respected schools. Yet for Jack, it feels like a small victory. After graduation, Jack goes job hunting. This is where the rejections pile up like bricks on his back. At a police job interview, the officer tells him, "You're not tall enough." At hotel interviews, managers shake their heads. Not suitable. And then comes the famous KFC story. KFC had just opened in Hangzhou. 24 people applied. 23 were hired. Only Jack was rejected. Even Harvard said no, not once, but 10 times. Each rejection letter a reminder. You don't belong here. Most people would break under this weight. But Jack develops a strange relationship with rejection. Instead of running from it, he embraces it. He begins to see no, not as the end, but as a test. Each failure leaves him with a single question. What else can I try? By now, Jack's story is not about success. It's about stubbornness, and that stubbornness is about to collide with a new invention. One that would change his life forever. The Internet. Part 4. The First Internet Shock. It is 1995. Jack Ma is in the United States for the very first time. For a boy who had never left China, everything feels overwhelming. The highways, the tall buildings, the strange food. But one moment changes him forever. His American friends lead him to a computer. Jack has never used one before. They explain, "This is the Internet. You can search for anything." Jack is curious. He types the word beer. In less than a second, hundreds of results appear. He sees beer from Germany, beer from the US, beer from Japan, but he notices something strange. Not a single result from China. He tries again. China. Still nothing. Jack leans back, eyes wide. How can a country with over 1 billion people not exist on the Internet? In that moment, a thought hits him like lightning. If China is not on the Internet, then I must bring China to the Internet. Excited, he rushes back to Hangzhou and starts his first Internet company, China Pages. The idea is simple. Help Chinese businesses build websites and show themselves to the world. But the timing is too early. Most businesses laugh at him. Some say, "The Internet is a toy. No one will use it." Investors walk away. Within a few years, China Pages fails. Most people would stop there. But Jack doesn't. He tells himself, "I've seen the future with my own eyes. I know it's coming. I just have to wait for the right moment." And that moment comes 4 years later, in 1999, when he gathers 17 friends in his small apartment and tells them about a new dream. A dream called Alibaba. Part 5. The Birth of Alibaba. It is 1999 in Hangzhou. The room is small, crowded, and messy. A cheap table in the middle, teacups everywhere, and 17 people squeezed into Jack Ma's tiny apartment. Jack stands at the front. He is not tall. He does not look powerful. But his voice carries an energy that fills the room. "My friends," he begins, "the Internet is like a treasure map. Right now, China is not on that map. But if we don't act, others will. I want us to build a platform where small Chinese businesses can sell to the world. We will call it Alibaba." Some laugh. Alibaba? Like the story with the 40 thieves? Yes, Jack says with a smile. It's easy to say. It means open sesame, opening the door to hidden treasure. That is what we will do for businesses. The group is silent. They know Jack has no money, no technology, and no powerful connections. but his passion is impossible to ignore. Slowly, one by one, they nod. That night, Alibaba is born. The early days are hard. The team works in a tiny office with second-hand furniture. Sometimes they don't even have enough money for proper meals. But Jack keeps the team alive with his strange mix of humor and determination. He tells them, "We are like ants. Small, but if we all work together, we can beat the elephants." They laugh, but they believe him. And then, something amazing happens. Small businesses begin to join. They start selling products through Alibaba, not just in China, but to buyers around the world. Orders grow. The site spreads like wildfire. But just when success seems near, another storm hits. The year is 2000, and the dot-com bubble crashes. Internet companies everywhere are dying. Investors flee. Many say Alibaba will be next. Jack faces the same question again. Will I give up or keep fighting? Part 6. Crisis and Survival. The year is 2000. The world of the internet is on fire, not in growth, but in collapse. The dot-com bubble bursts. One after another, internet companies shut down. Offices empty overnight. Investors who once threw money at anything with .com in its name now slam their doors shut. Inside Alibaba's tiny office in Hangzhou, the mood is dark. The team stares at their computers, but their hearts are heavy. They read news of companies bigger and richer than Alibaba going bankrupt. Everyone whispers the same fear. Are we next? Jack senses it. He gathers his team in the office. His face is calm, but his words are sharp. "Listen," he says, "we are not here to be rich tomorrow. We are here to survive today. Forget profit. Forget luxury. Our first job is to stay alive. If we can survive for 18 months, we will win." He points to the wall, where he has written 3 words: customer first. Others may fall because they chase money, but we will not. We will fight for our customers. If we serve them well, the money will follow. The team nods. Slowly, their fear turns into determination. To cut costs, Jack slashes salaries. He cancels expensive plans. The team works long nights for almost nothing, but they stay. Why? Because they believe in Jack. They believe in Alibaba. And then, a miracle. Investors from Japan's SoftBank notice Alibaba. They meet Jack, listen to his wild vision, and, against all logic, they invest. Suddenly, Alibaba has enough oxygen to keep breathing, but Jack knows this is just survival. The world still doubts him. Competitors rise. Skeptics laugh. Yet Alibaba lives, and in Jack's mind, survival is already victory. Part 7. From Survival to Giant. The year is 2003. The internet in China is finally growing. Millions of people are getting online. But there's a problem. Chinese consumers don't trust strangers on the internet. Buying online feels dangerous. Jack sees this clearly. He tells his team, "If we want people to shop online, we must build trust. Without trust, we are nothing." So Alibaba creates Taobao, a platform where ordinary people can buy and sell. To win trust, they add a bold feature: escrow payments. Buyers send money to Alibaba, and the seller only gets paid after the customer confirms delivery. It's simple, it's safe, and it works. But there's a bigger challenge. eBay, the giant of online auctions, has entered China. They have money. They have technology. They want to crush Alibaba. Reporters predict Alibaba will be dead in 3 months. Jack laughs. "eBay may be a shark in the ocean," he says, But Alibaba is a crocodile in the Yangtze River. If we fight in the river, we will win. The battle begins. eBay spends millions on marketing. They copy Alibaba's features. They throw their weight around. But Alibaba fights smarter. They focus on what Chinese users really need: trust, community, and local service. They talk directly to small businesses, street vendors, and families. While eBay burns cash, Alibaba builds loyalty. Slowly, eBay loses ground. By 2006, eBay shuts down its China site. Alibaba has won the war. Jack gathers his team and says, "Remember this. We didn't win because we were bigger. We won because we understood our people. Never forget who we serve." From that moment, Alibaba is no longer a small company. It is a giant, a symbol of Chinese entrepreneurship. And yet, Jack knows the journey isn't over. Part 8. The Global Stage. The year is 2014. Wall Street is buzzing. Reporters crowd the New York Stock Exchange. Giant banners with the word Alibaba hang above the doors. Investors whisper one number: $25 billion. It is the largest IPO in history. Bigger than Facebook, bigger than Google, Jack Ma, once rejected by KFC, once laughed at for chasing the internet, now rings the opening bell. The world watches. The boy from Hangzhou, who failed exams twice, is now the richest man in China. Cameras flash. Journalists write headlines calling him China's Steve Jobs. But Jack is not smiling in the way people expect. Later, he admits, "This money does not belong to me. It belongs to the dream. It belongs to the people who believed when no one else did." He knows wealth can change people. It can make them lazy, arrogant, or blind. So he reminds his team, today is not the end. Today is the beginning. If we become greedy, we will lose. We must remember our mission: to make business easy for small people. Yet the higher he climbs, the more he feels the weight of expectation. Governments want to talk to him. Young people want advice. Reporters want quotes. Suddenly, Jack Ma is no longer just a businessman. He is a symbol. At times, he feels trapped. He once dreamed of teaching English and living a quiet life. Now, millions of eyes are on him. In interviews, he often says, "I never planned to be this rich. I only wanted to survive. But if I have this position now, I must use it to help others." The world celebrates Alibaba's rise. But Jack knows this story is not only about money. It is about resilience, about believing in the impossible, about turning rejection into fuel. Part 9. Final Lessons from Jack Ma. Looking back, Jack Ma's story is not about perfect intelligence or lucky chances. It is about rejection, failure, and the courage to keep moving anyway. He was rejected by schools, rejected by jobs, rejected by investors. Even his friends once thought he was crazy. But each no became fuel for a bigger yes. Jack often tells young people, don't give up. Today is hard, tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be sunshine. He reminds us that failure is not the end. It is the beginning of learning. He also says, if you don't give up, you still have a chance. Giving up is the greatest failure, and perhaps his most powerful lesson. True success is not about money. It is about creating value, serving people, and lifting others up with you. So the next time life shuts a door in your face, think of the young man rejected by KFC, laughed at for chasing the internet, and doubted at every step. That man became Jack Ma, and his story proves that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to simply keep going. And that's the end of today's story. If you enjoyed it and learned something new, please give this video a like, share it with a friend who might need some inspiration, and subscribe to Daily English Story. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss our next story. Remember, with just a few minutes every day, you can improve your English and grow your mind at the same time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.